Hi, my name is Jewel Mendiola, and this is my interactive advanced presentation on the baking soda and vinegar rocket. So just a little bit about this experiment. The baking soda and the vinegar rocket is going to be powered by a chemical reaction, and that first reaction is going to actually be an acid-base reaction. We're going to be taking a compound that has a pH above 7 and mixing it with a compound that has a pH below 7. It's worth noting that 7 would be the neutral pH and is used as a baseline for comparing like acidity and basicity of different compounds. So for this particular experiment, the baking soda is going to be our base, and it has a pH around 9, and it's also known as sodium bicarbonate, or NaHCO3. And then our vinegar, that's going to be our acid, and that is also known as acetic acid, which is CH3COOH, and that has a pH around 2 or 3. So as you can see, the pH for the vinegar and the baking soda fall on either side of that neutral pH of 7. So when the vinegar baking soda are going to be combined in our bottle, the hydrogen ions from the vinegar are going to react with the sodium bicarbonate ions from the baking soda. And with this initial reaction, it's going to give us two new chemicals. The first is going to be carbonic acid, and then the second is going to be sodium acetate. So the second reaction in this chemical reaction that powers our baking soda vinegar rocket is going to be a decomposition reaction. So that newly formed carbonic acid from the acid-base reaction that we just talked about is unstable and is going to immediately begin to decompose into water and carbon dioxide gas. So similar to like this carbon dioxide bubbles that we see in carbonated sodas and drinks, the carbon dioxide gas is going to create bubbles and foam that are going to be seen in our bottle. So to encourage this process even more, we're going to shake up the bottle and then quickly secure the cork to close the bottle. So securing this bottle prevents the carbon dioxide gas from escaping, and this is going to create a drastic increase in the pressure within that bottle. So like similar to shaking up a soda can, and you can feel like the can tighten, you can feel that pressure that's building up inside that can. That pressure's going to build inside our bottle until the cork is physically unable to maintain that gas and keep that container secure. So as a result, the contents are going to go exploding through the small outlet where the cork will be pushed out. And this whole process is going to be a great demonstration of Newton's third law of motion, which is for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So this explains why our bottle is going to turn into a rocket and is supposed to shoot up towards the sky with a forceful expulsion, while the contents and the gas is going to be exploding from the opening of the bottle downward. So since we have that makeshift stand that we're going to create out of our markers, we're going to be able to place that bottle opening upside down and help it propel our rocket. So I'm going to play a video of me setting this up, and I tried this experiment 3 times and it did not work, and I think my issue is I didn't have a secure enough cork, and I was having trouble with that. But I was able to see the reactions happening, the bubbling, the foaming, but the pressure build was just too much for my cork, that it wasn't able to build up to a great enough pressure to actually create that rocket effect. Okay, take 2. I try to secure my cork a little bit more. This hair tie is just to keep the paper towel on there tightly. I'm gonna remove it. And then I put the baking soda in a normal paper towel instead of tissue paper. I don't know, maybe it'll slow down the reaction, give me enough time to set it up a little bit more. Who knows? So those are the things that I changed. This is a little thicker. I folded the paper towel twice before wrapping it around the cork. So I think that was my biggest issue, was the cork was faulty. I still have my vinegar here, and I'm gonna see if this works. Hopefully this works. Okay, that's in there. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I couldn't put it down in the stand because my paper towel on the cork. All right. Okay, so this is attempt 3. The only thing different now from attempt 2 is I added a higher stand. So let's see if this works. All right, we're gonna add our baking soda. I'm gonna shove this in there. All right, so attempt 3 was also a bust. My cork just couldn't keep it together. It didn't allow the pressure to build up to the point that my rocket would actually launch, but I was able to observe the reactions. You know, I could hear the actual reaction happening, and I could see the bubbles in the foaming, but it was not in the cards for me.